Hey everyone, this is Dawn. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm glad you're here. And welcome to another Makers with Heart video hop. This month, the Makers with Heart are featuring digital art SVGs, and I have chosen the Crispair collection. So this is what it looks like in the catalog, and you just add it to all of the other things you want to purchase, and then it goes into your digital art file in your Close to My Heart account. Okay, so you can also print this PDF of all of the different images, and here's a closer look. So I pulled different images from each of these and put them together to make 4 cards. So I've resized them, and I've flipped over a couple of the leaves and pulled the hello from the card design. So I have cut everything, and I'm also going to use some of the Crispair patterned papers for my 4 different cards. So these are all the different cuts that you get after you've cut all the different cardstocks, and you can use whatever you like. I've also chosen some of the pattern papers to cut and some of the new melon glitter paper to make that pumpkin. So it's really up to you. The Cricut files kind of give you a guide as to what colors to choose, but you've got complete freedom as to what cardstock papers you want to cut out, etc. So now it's just basically paper piecing and gluing things together. So I'll do the first card, which has the sunflower image, and I've sped this up super fast, and then the rest I'll skip ahead. So for this particular one, I'm going to go ahead and ink the sunflower petals. So I'm using the same color as the cardstock. So the first one is Sundance, and then the next one will be the new Honey Butter. So I'm just using a blending brush and adding some more ink to the ends of the petals, just to give it a little extra dimension and interest. You certainly don't have to do this. It's just another option. So that's the sunflower, and then I'll go in and add some pine ink to this pine cut for the leaves. So one of these leaves I've flipped it over so that it curves the other direction. So you have that freedom as well, and you can size it as to whatever size you want. Your maker and design space gives you lots of freedom. So I'm going to assemble these leaves, and then I'll glue together the sunflower, and then we'll skip ahead and everything will be glued together, all with the other images. So we'll do quick assembly for each of the cards. Okay. So that's the basic design for the first card. Okay, so now I've glued everything. So for this particular floral bundle, I just want it to show the base that's cut. It's sort of a pattern for you to lay all the different pieces on top of it. It makes it really easy to assemble that cluster of flowers. Okay, now we can assemble our first card. So I'm picking some papers from the Crispair collection. So for the sunflower, I'm going to use this piece that looks like watercolor splatters. It has all the different colors in the collection. So I've got that cut down to 4 by 5 1/4, and then I'm going to use some of this pine cardstock, and that'll be my base. So I'm cutting that at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. My card bases are going to be really simple designs because I want the attention to be on these SVG cuts. Okay, so I'm just going to ink the edges of this piece of pine cardstock, and then I'll layer everything together. So super simple. So for this first one, I'll kind of show the assembly, and then the next ones will go really fast. So I'm just laying everything down with Tombow. And then the next one will be with Tombow. And then I'll glue some of the florals and the large sunflower. I'll add that with some foam tape. Okay, so that's the basic design, and we'll get it all to come together. We'll skip ahead in just a sec. It's just basic gluing, kind of boring to watch, right? So I've popped that sunflower with thin foam tape, and then I'll add the hello with some glue. And then for the last step, I'm going to add some shimmer to the center of that sunflower. So I'll just use a mocha shimmer brush and paint right in the center there, just to give it some extra shimmer and shine, because we can, right? I love sunflowers. They're happy flowers. Okay, so there's the first card. We'll have some close-up shots here. So you can really see the bling on that, the center of the sunflower, and then the inking on those leaves. It really brings out the layering and the veins in the center. The lighter color pine really pops. Okay, next card. We'll do a simple design here. I've got that pumpkin that's cut in the new melon glitter paper. So I'm just kind of designing on the fly here and choosing different pattern papers. So I'm going to use this pumpkin pattern behind the large pumpkin. So that's the base, and it's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then the card base will be pine, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I'll just layer everything together. Kind of deciding for sure I want that pumpkin pattern to be behind the large pumpkin. And that's a yes. So, okay, we're going to layer everything together. And add that large pumpkin. And then glue down the sentiment that says hello. I think that's really all that's needed for this one. Got enough going on, and really want that glitter paper to be the star of this show here. So there's that finished card. Okay, next card. So this is that floral cluster, and it's all glued together and ready to go. So I'm just deciding what kind of pattern paper to use behind it. Thought it disappeared on that blue one. Not working with that one. So I'm just kind of trying things out. You don't know till you actually see it put together. So I'm going to go with that watercolor splattered paper again. And then my card base is going to be sapphire. So just a note, I'm going to add a link at the end of this video in case you don't know how to download the SVGs from your Close to My Heart account and get them onto Design Space. I made a video a couple of years ago. It's a tutorial on how to do that. So I will leave a link at the end of this video, and you'll be able to watch that, and it'll show you exactly how to get these images into Design Space or whatever other cutting system you use. Okay, so I added a little extra bling by painting on that hello sentiment with a shimmer brush. And then these are the crispair dots. So I'm going to scatter some hearts around my floral image. And here's some close-up shots. So we've got that pattern paper in the center of that flower, and then a couple of the leaves are with the plaid paprika pattern paper. Okay, last card. I'm going to use this Hello Pumpkin sentiment. And when you cut it on your Cricut, it cuts that base in. I chose white daisy, but you can choose whatever color you want, and it gives you a base to put everything together. So I'm going to use this sapphire floral. It's all part of the crispair collection. And then I decided this paprika plaid worked a little bit better. And then I'm going to add a zip strip from one of the other sheets here. It's got that pretty floral. I'm going to trim that down to 4 1/4 inches, and then I'll add that at the bottom. And then we'll just glue everything together. I'm going to pop that sentiment with some thin foam tape. Simple assembly. Once you have everything cut, the Cricut does most of the work, right? Okay, and then for the last step, I'm going to add some of these crispair dots and scatter those around. So all of these supplies are currently available in my online store. I'll make a list with links in the description below. And also keep an eye out for the link at the end of this video for the playlist of all the other Makers with Heart videos. And you can see what they've done with various SVG images that are available. I appreciate you watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. And thanks for watching.